Gata for the sound of the mind calm, body at ease, breathing quiet, sentiment benevolent. Dharma friends, sitting still in vital silence, wanting nothing, we practice eco-Buddhism The sound of the temple bell booms for all to cease from conflict. May the way of Buddha usher in the dawn of non-violent global village forever. Here is the after sound of the bell. Thunder of silence, light after Dharma rain. Om Amoga Vairochana Mahamudra Mani Padma Jivala Pravartaya
Please join me in some stretches. Just breathing, taking care of our bodies after this period of meditation. Please stand and join me in chanting of the three refuges. We take refuge in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, first in Sino-Korean and then in English. We are of Korean lineage, and so that's why we do the Sino-Korean first. Please just throw your voice in as best you can. Consider it a sound practice, and then we'll do it in English. Shi, shi, Quimyon, Shimon, Samse, Chema, Sanju, Shi, Shiva, Samse, Chema, Chari, Sanju, Ilche, Shiva, Samse, Chema, Chari, Sanju, Ilche, I go for refuge to the Buddha.
I go for refuge to the Buddha.
And resolve with all beings.
And resolve with all beings.
I will cultivate a heart of enlightenment.
I will cultivate a heart of enlightenment.
And realize the great way.
And realize the great way.
I go for refuge to the Dharma.
I go for refuge to the Dharma,
and resolve with all beings
and resolve with all beings.
I will penetrate the teachings
I will penetrate the teachings
and uncover oceans of wisdom.
and uncover oceans of wisdom.
I go for refuge to the Sangha
I go for refuge to the Sangha,
and resolve with all beings
and resolve with all beings.
I will seek peace and happiness for the many
I will seek peace and happiness for the many,
and transform this world into Buddha lands unimpeded.
and transform this world into Buddha lands unimpeded.
Please be seated. And sit comfortably. Okay, how's my volume this morning? Good. It's nice to see everyone here. My name is Ma I'm one of the temple priests and I live in the building next door. And today we are going to have some conversations. Well, let me set the stage for this. So those of you who were here a few weeks ago may remember that we had some conversations about views. Our theme for this year as a Sangha is cultivating harmony and strengthening Sangha. In the 3 refuges that we just did, the 3rd refuge is Sangha. And we said, I go for refuge to the Sangha. And resolve with all beings to seek peace and happiness for all beings. So the stronger we are as a Sangha, the more we can help each other in the practice, and the more we can cultivate peace and happiness for all beings. So when we talked about views a few weeks ago, it was in the context of a source of disputes. It's a type of attachment that we get hung up in what our own stories, our own opinions, our own views are, and do not listen carefully, connect with others. And so we had some conversation about views. And that is the source of disharmony when we're too stuck on our own views. So the 4 attachments, just to review, because this is kind of a content for our discussion, because there's some interesting stuff here. So the first type of attachment is attachment to sense pleasures. So for me, that might mean attachment to my coffee, my cup of coffee in the morning. I think I have to have it. The second is attachment to views, and that is these opinions we have about our customs, politics, anything like this. The third attachment, which we're going to explore today, is rituals. And then the 4th is this attachment to our idea of self, that we're fixed and permanent and unable to change. Well, let's work with rituals today. And so I want to frame this as put sort of a positive spin on working with rituals so that we can see and understand the benefit and engage with them in a positive way. Buddhism, as you may have picked up, is just full of rituals. Today, we did a lot of rituals already. So we sat together in silence. We listened to the morning bell gatha. We chanted the 3 refuges together. We did things like ring the bell. Chakpi as a signal to get up, all these kinds of things. So we have lots of rituals. And these can be a benefit to our practice. They can, in a very simple way, just this service. My mind was sort of racing ahead as we were doing the 3 refuges. But I've done it so much, I do it every day, 3 or 4 times, that it sustained me. And I could bring my attention back to the purpose of what it is that I'm doing. So that's one benefit of having ritual. First, I want to distinguish so that we understand what's the difference between a habit, a routine, and a ritual. So habits, these are things that have sort of a low level of awareness, just repeating the same actions day after day. I noticed that one of the first things I do in the morning is pick up my cell phone, look at it, not only to check the time, but to see what the news is. So that's just a habit, not much awareness associated with it. Other people have habits of speech. One of our residents uses the phrase, whatnot, often, and whatnot, and whatnot. And I think we all have these patterns. Oftentimes, somebody just has to point it out to us because we are so unaware of them. And some of these habits can stem from the sense desires. That cup of coffee may need a little cream or sugar or something like this. And so we indulge in a lot of things like that. A routine is something that has a little more intention associated with it, and it has more of a purpose. So if I think about my morning routine, I get up, I take thyroid medicine, and then I wash my face, I feed the cat, I make the bed. I then indulge in a cup of coffee, and then I do wake up, and then I come and do practice together with others. So that routine, the benefit of that is it keeps me very organized and I don't forget anything that I'm supposed to do. So the cat never goes hungry. The cat always gets fed. The bed gets made, this kind of thing. But beyond efficiency, it does not have much intention or spiritual purpose. And so that's where ritual comes in. So when we work with rituals, this is really an opportunity to work with our intentions and values, and to sort of make the mundane things more sacred. I'm going to go over a number of examples, but I want to start with one. This was conveyed to me by Haju Sunam. She had a conversation with one of our other Dharma teachers, Kusa, who lives in North Carolina. And Kusa was talking about his observation of Muslim traditions. So he went to visit a mosque, and they do this ritual of bowing 5 times a day. And he asked one of the participants, what's the meaning, what's the benefit of this ritual? And the response that he got back was, I do the ritual to set the stage for what I do until I do the next ritual at the next time of day. And so something similar in our tradition, the Kusa is thinking of incorporating in his life 5 daily reminders. So this is a ritual. You get up in the morning and you say, in the morning, I wake up before sunrise. I do Son Ma which is Hapchang, placing our hands together. I do San Ma to express my gratitude for being among the living. May I keep my vow to stand firm with all life throughout the day. So doing this ritual in the morning sets the tone of gratitude that we do. And then at breakfast, I sit before my meal. I do San Ma to give thanks and develop peace of mind and stability. May I keep my vow to maintain peace of mind throughout the day. So it's interesting, intentions and vows have come up twice already. In the afternoon, I rise to do my Dharma practice for the world. I do San Ma to discover the good in each being and show my deep appreciation of the Buddha in them. May the feeling of appreciation last throughout the day. And then the fourth ritual. In the evening, I return home, visit friends to do my Sangha practice. I do San Ma to share joy and happiness in the company of family and friends. May I cherish joy and happiness for the peace of the world and happiness of all beings. And then the last one, at night, I sit in meditation to close the day peacefully. I do San Ma to clear away the residue of the day and settle my mind for overnight rest. May all beings be happy and enjoy good sleep, free from tears. So I think this is a lovely example of how we can use a ritual to sort of keep us on track, keep us focused during the day. Other examples, rituals are a way of just being mindful. You hear this word mindfulness all the time. But perhaps you can think of it as sort of the way in which we engage things can become more of a ritual that has meaning. An example we often use in the meditation class is brushing your teeth. Okay, that can be a routine, right? But if I brush my teeth with awareness, it becomes something else. If I sweep the floor with awareness, it becomes more of a ritual. It elevates beyond that routine, becomes kind of a ritual that has deeper meaning. Throughout our Zen tradition, there are many stories of monks and masters who have awakened simply by doing something mundane and making it into a ritual. Third example, rituals can be a way to share values. An example might be if you have the ritual of sharing a meal with your family or your community, and before that meal, you take the time to do a little blessing. For us, the blessing we do is this food comes from the labors of all beings past and present. And you may have your own such ritual to help share values and bond the family together. Third example, it's a way to create community. So some examples may be sharing tea together. For us coming here today, we do a lot of bowing, greeting each other. That's a kind of ritual that helps create community spirit. At breakfast, we always have a Dharma talk, a Dharma discussion, not a Dharma talk. in which we all, to start our day, share a little Dharma. Fourth example, it kind of marks a new direction. We have these big events in our life, maybe graduation. Graduation ceremony is a type of ritual. Maybe it is a wedding. Maybe it is like in our birthday. Maybe it's the new moon. Maybe you have some special tradition around the new moon. So we have those kinds of occasions. In Buddhism, we also have special days that we celebrate as a type of ritual. I hope that you can all come next week, because next week is Parinirvana Day. And Parinirvana Day celebrates the passing of the Buddha into nirvana, a state of non-returning. And we mark that event with reading of stories, special chanting, these kinds of things. So making the day very special. And then maybe a last example I'll give is making a vow. You can use a ritual to make a vow. How many of you here have taken precepts? Okay, several of you. So when you did the precept ceremony, that certainly, was a special ritual that you did to help commit yourself to that vow. So I think I'm going to stop with the examples there. I'll repeat them so that you have them a little bit in your memory. So rituals can be used then as a way to guide our day, as a way of using mindfulness to elevate the mundane into the sacred, as a way to share values, as a way to create community, marking a new direction, celebrating a special occasion, and making a vow. All of those kinds of purposes. So today, as we break into our small groups and have discussions, we're going to support this so that our conversations become sort of a little ritual within themselves, supporting the conversations that we have. And there will be several parts to the conversation. So I will give you instructions as we go along. So Jagwa, if you can begin to light candles, we want to break into ideally 12 groups because we have 12 candles. I think that amounts to maybe 3 people per group. So just go ahead and form a group. Ideally, get with somebody that you don't know very well. At least one person in your group might be somebody that you haven't missed. So go ahead and do that. And then I'll tell you the next step. Okay, so it looks like maybe, do we have any groups that are not 3? Anybody by themselves? Okay, looks like there's a group of 4 there. So why don't you go over to this side of the room, everybody, and form a little group. Okay, and then once you have your group, please just find a group to join. Here's a group of 3, you can make it a group of 4. You too, Simone, just find a group, maybe that group right there. Okay, now, before we begin our conversations, if everybody could now be silent for a moment. Thank you. Please send one person from your group to receive a candle. Jagua will give you a candle. And when you receive that candle, take it back to the group and place it in the middle of your circle. It could be on the floor. So please just send someone from your group to get a candle. And then again, no conversations yet. Please, period of silence. Please do this in silence. We will begin conversations in a moment. And I apologize for the strong intervention I'm feeling, but this is part of ritual. Okay. So now everybody, please place your hands in Hapchang, palm to palm, Hapchang and sincere heart. Take a nice deep breath. We'll sit for a moment in silence and then I'll ring the bell. Just appreciating the breath. Now, please just take a moment to make eye contact, to look into the eyes of each person in your group. And then we're going to begin to introduce ourselves. And for the introduction, the way to do the introduction is the person speaking, well, everybody in the group places their hands in Hapchang. And then the person speaking begins with, "Dear Dharma friends," okay? And so after the person speaking says, "Dear Dharma friends," they share their name, and then they share what they are most grateful for in their life right now. So think about this one, because I could say something like, the thing I'm most grateful for is we have power at the temple, our electricity is on. But that's not what I mean. Think about it a little more. So if I think about it, the thing I am most grateful for in my life today is being part of Sangha, being part of community. That's meaningful to me because not many people in my age group have that opportunity for such a support system and for such an opportunity to serve others. So that's an example of a gratitude that you might share. The rest, please listen. And at the end of that initial introduction, maybe go around and say what you heard the other people saying. Okay, so we'll take maybe 5 to 7 minutes for this. Not sure, I'll see. When you're finished, maybe one person could raise their hand and let me know. Okay, so go ahead and begin. Again, place your hands in Hapchang, and whoever wishes to start in your group can start with Dear Dharma friends, and then share a gratitude. Those who are joining us online at home, if you could please just hold a place in meditation as this exercise occurs. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin.
Dear Dharma friends, I'm Single Samsam or in this moment, it came to me as I'm very grateful
Summarize your comments.
So as you finish, please just sit and quietly do a little meditation, breath practice.
You're grateful for the.
Saying that she was their husband be able to do fashion space I remember you saying that you were all of the teachers for your lifetime.
I think it was just common.
It's also difficult to feel young and very big sadness, which is it's the reason why I'm not up. My muscles are so I am here because I have great sufferings I'm searching for this, and I can't carry on without that without those tools. I have been nothing.
So hopefully everyone has had a chance to do the introduction. Did anybody not introduce themselves yet?
We're finished.
Okay. All right, thank you. So now we're going to move on to a second question. And this question has to do with rituals. So we have been talking about and experiencing rituals. So each person again use the same format, Dear Dharma friends, and then name a ritual that is important to you in your life and say why. So for me, I gave an example this morning. The ritual of saying the three refuges multiple times a day is that I can always bring my mind back to it and it centers me. So you may have a specifically Buddha religious one, like that example, or you may have some other type of ritual that is meaningful to you, saying a blessing at family meals, these kinds of things. So I leave it to you, but just say what that ritual is and then say why and go around the circle again. Okay.
Place of solitary, not necessarily a place of serenity. That does give a feeling that the world is Yeah, I would say that the metro dedicated fitness site that I can get back to home. As yet, a lot of people out of it just as so. One day, I never managed to I don't understand. My own brain has to. All I can do is ride as if I'm a lead, just ride through life waiting for the next things that I notice. It's not exactly optimism. A certain nobody will ever want to respect or even remember. That's what
So beginning to bring our conversations to a close. A few more minutes and then we'll end with a period of silence. So go ahead and finish your conversations, those who need to.
But there are a lot of people spectrum they do work with them for 1 year, 5 years, helps. I just inherited his strength. I said, sometimes you have to put your weight on it.
Placing our hands in Hapchang. Just breathing. Making a bow to each other. And now I ask that you hold hands in your circle. And then repeat after me. Whatever merit we may have gained through our Dharma sharing this morning, we now offer for the relief of suffering and peace and happiness of all beings. So squeeze. And then if move back to your places, and if group members could come and place your candles back on the small table.
Yeah, the knees all stay down.
Please join me in the four great vows. All beings, one body.
All beings, one body.
I vow to liberate.
I vow to liberate.
Blind passions, one root.
Blind passions, one root.
I vow to terminate.
I vow to terminate.
Dharma gates, one mind.
Dharma gates, one mind.
I vow to penetrate.
I vow to penetrate.
The great way of Buddha.
The great way of Buddha.
I vow to realize.
I vow to realize.
So thank you for being here today and for sharing in this experience. Very interested in your feedback. Since we're out of time, I invite you to either send a message to the email, to the temple, or share a few thoughts on the way out as to what this experience was like for you. Jagua, who's doing announcements? Oh, it's Moon who's doing announcements.
But I don't have our usual paper.
Yes.
dictation.
I wrote it out. Did you not see it?
I'm fine. It's just that you can't take it with you because there's only one.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So, but I do have all these.
Great.
Are you guys able to hear me without the microphone? You can? Okay, good. Well, in addition to my small group, I'm Samoon. I'm grateful for my personal care of self practice I started about a year ago. I find it really helpful. It's interesting that we had this today because I was just thinking maybe last night that we never do these anymore. We should have small breakout groups. So good timing. Let's see, what else on timing? We have at noon Dharma Recovery.
Dharma Recovery will meet at noon at the old temple next door in the library. Just go out the door, up the steps, and you're there. And we also meet Thursday night via Zoom, and the link's available at the temple's webpage.
And then I don't know if we have work period after the service today. Do you have anything planned?
Other than putting away massive questions.
Okay, we'll do that then. I think I'll get to that. And then we've got something called a practice period. We do once or twice a year, and it's for a period of 8 weeks consecutively. This time around, we're going to study the life of the Buddha. And it's actually going to be Sundays, I believe. Yeah, Sundays starting March 12th, week after Parinirvana, at 2 p.m. And it can be either Zoom or here. So there's a sign-up sheet out in the front in case you're interested. I'd recommend it. I don't know who's leading it this year.
Our Dharma students.
Dharma students.
So seminary students. So Magamak, Bhavana, and Saram.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so a little bit bigger group of teachers this time. And as you know, there's Parinirvana next week. It's a special ceremony with plenty of rituals that I remember. It's been really amazing. We've got a 5-week meditation course starting up again on March 23rd. I believe that's 6 p.m. on Thursdays.
6:30.
6:30 on Thursdays. And then if you can't make all those, or you want to just have like a concentrated experience of learning about meditation, we have an overnight class, which is Friday to Saturday, and it's March 24th, 25th. So they coincide fairly well in terms of the time. And we've also got something similar. It's a 1-day retreat. In fact, I think we had one yesterday. I don't know how many people were here for that. And the next one is March 18th, so coming up fairly soon. I guess that's about it, except that thank you for being here and for donations, your time and money. It's how we do everything we can here. So, I guess, is it time to go ahead and put the 4 great vows?
We did the 4 great vows,
Oh,
but we will stand and do 3 formal vows together. And then if people could help pick up mats and cushions, so the mats and cushions that touch the carpet remain. On this side of the room, my left, your right, place the mats and cushions on the stage in that second row. And on the other side, the mats go in the corner and the cushions go on the shelves. So if you could help us with that, let's all stand.
Same language as this one.
yeah. That's good. Good.